Hello! How is everybody today? How is Sunberry? How is Finzihuman? I hope that you're having a wonderful day. And Wolfman Cookie, how was your birthday? I know that you got two pizzas, one not so good pizza, and one good pizza, and you got a new computer, and you just had an absolutely great day. And we learned that your name is Cheryl, which is really cool. I'm just gonna keep calling you Mothman, because that's how I know you best. Yeah, I got my bubble blanket on. I don't know, I needed a soft item. Why is there music with voices? I don't want that. Maybe I should listen to these playlists before I just throw them on. Why is this Silent Hill? I want... Okay. Hi, Redria! How are you doing? I'm like sneeze screaming today, it's Benedict. Uh-oh! That doesn't sound very good. Oh, I hope that you feel better soon. Is it allergies? Blah. Yeah. I was watching Brody stream in the server, but I'm oath-bound to join your Twitch streams and only your Twitch streams. Yay! So if Brody starts streaming, will you just never watch him? I don't know. I don't know the context of Nana's character Rootbird. They just have been unhinged and doing their thing. It was wonderful. I didn't get a cake, but my little brother got me a birthday card. Birthday cake batter milkshake thingy from Sonic. Ooh, we got a Sonic down the street from us. I didn't know that was a thing. That sounds really good. Hi, Lozbug! How are you? Lozbug, isn't it true that you have new pronouns you'd like to share with the class? I would love to hear, so that we can validate you. Perhaps I will have to break my oath, but not yet. I don't know if Brody's parents would be okay with them streaming. It would have to be when he's no longer living with them. The bees in my brain are going brrr, but I'm gonna be a cute housewife and take care of my fiance, and that makes me feel good in my bones. Be a fun time with Earthbound. Thank you! I understand. My brain kind of had bees in it yesterday. I was so excited for the 69th episode and preparing for it that I just kind of like ran out of steam by the time I went to hit live. My pronouns are all over the place. I'm just sticking with they, she for now. Okay, good to know. I love experimenting and trying out pronouns. I think that's super cool. I really like when Nana and Orville use both of them in the same sentence. I think it's really neat. Thank you. I do feel cozy. I'm just over here like... Nikki bought this blanket for me, and I haven't talked to her in probably a year. Maybe I should be like, hey, I still have the blanket. But she'd think that's pretty neat. Getting cozy with some NyQuil the rest of that. Oh, you're getting lit. I remember one time, I got a NyQuil story. One time I took some NyQuil because I had a cold, and my friend was like horny posting pictures of his cheeseburger. And he was like, I'll make you a cheeseburger if you drive over right now. And I was like, dude, I just took NyQuil. And then he like was like, I know you want this cheeseburger. I'm like, I can't drive if you're making this sexy looking cheeseburger. Yeah, catch up. Let's see. Pronouns all over the place, and that's cool. You're experimenting. Steam is so hard to come by for sure. I agree. My favorite thing from Sonic... Oh, I will be in and out as I prepare for my house visitor. I am excited for you, because that means you're going to be one step closer to feeling happier every day. My favorite thing from Sonic is a strawberry cheesecake master shake. I don't know what that is. The last time we got Sonic, we were both dissociative that night, and we just kind of sat there in the drive-thru, and it took like 40 minutes, and then we didn't finish the two like milkshake things that we got. It was very upsetting. I will eat whatever pronouns you cook up. Yes, please. As a sheet, I very much enjoy when folks use both in the same sentence or mix it up between sentences. Not going to test it on people but it feels good. Yeah, I will gladly try to use they more often with you so you can experience it. I feel this. It feels like people are making effort rather than using more convenient pronouns. That kind of makes sense. Because you want... Jamie!
Mothman. There's no need to feel down, I said, Mothman. Lift that man off the ground, I said, Mothman. Cause you're in a new town and there's kids to be abducted.
Pronouns. But I find that, like, when you change your pronouns or something, people work too hard and you want it to come naturally. So I like when... Jamie! I like when people test it out without it feeling forced. Like, I want it to come out naturally. Typing in a real time in stream format makes it hard to alternate between sentences. Hi, Dad! I'm a little behind on chat. I'll get to you. Typing in real time in a stream format makes it hard to alternate between sentences, but it's easy enough to put alternating sets of pronouns in one sentence. Which I notice you do, and I really like that you do that. It's like, ooh, I can pick and choose what pronouns I want. I'm comfortable as a cis woman, but I liked both folks validated that it's okay to be cis and still... Yeah! I never thought of it that way. That cis people, or even like... You can still be very traditionally masculine or traditionally feminine and still be okay using they, which is something people don't talk about a lot. Also, hello, Finn. Once again, I appreciate you. Wish the pronoun extension had they, she option, though. They only have the she, they. You could see if Alejo, the guy who does the extension, can have that option. I think that'd be cool. Mom and I went to Sonic and had a grilled cheeseburger. We don't like yellow cheese, but it was still not bad. That sounds good. If I was gonna have a cheeseburger, grilled cheeseburger, I'd make my own, though. What? Oh, you're doing the Pokemon catch? Is that what you did? I hope that you guys enjoyed. I had, like, the grilled mac and cheese from Panera, and I kind of hated it. It was too crunchy. Yeah, if you reach out to Alejo, they'll add the options. Yeah, Alejo's really cool. Lots of love for Bulbadad! I'm a gamebook nerd. Of course, I'm going to pop in the multiple choice in text. I love it and appreciate it. It doesn't has pronouns, because all me nouns is amateurs. That's a quote from Popeye. Now I want a cheeseburger. I want a cheeseburger too. To be fair, I stole that from Popeye. Yes, Popeye himself. Man, I love grilled cheese. Grilled cheese. I'm gonna make a Sith of grilled cheese. I hope that they like it. We're gonna be in Wisconsin, so might as well make grilled cheese. Like when in Rome, well, when in Wisconsin. Popeye is legitimately a trans ally, and I'm shook about it. I mean, why not? And I would love to get a cheeseburger with Jamie. When me and Jamie hung out, we got Greek food, and I had a hero, and it was really good. I love heroes. Why is my frame rate dropping? I'm gonna scream. So, we're all getting cheeseburgers now? Noted. How about we do that? Like, sometime in the future, like, we'll all coordinate to have a DoorDash sent to our apartments or houses or whatever. Or home make. Just, we all need to make a cheeseburger within the same hour. And eat our cheeseburger within the same hour. And take photos of us within that same hour eating our eating our cheeseburger. I think that'd be funny. I don't know what it would do, but it'd be cute. It'd be like, oh, we're all having dinner together. All just eating our cheeseburger. So, I'm totally up for that. I don't know. Grill me a cheese. Grill me a cheese. I'm the grilled cheese man. Grill me a cheese tonight. We're all in the mood for some meltiness. And it's got me feeling alright. Grilled cheese is yummy with soup. I agree. When I get grilled cheese, I usually get tomato soup and I dunk it. And then I get the baguette and I dunk that so that I don't actually have to end up drinking the soup at the end. What I want to do is make regular grilled cheese, but eat it with fancy homemade tomato soup. I hear Medieval Times released their tomato soup recipe. I want to try it. I just like the tomato bisque from Panera because it's very thick, like a bisque should be. But it's not overly sweet or overly tangy like most bisques are. Like, when Friendly's came out with a bisque, I couldn't get behind it. It was just... No. I like that Campbell's tang. I don't know. Okay, note taken. No more Super Animal. Oh, is that why my frame rate dropped? No playing games on the internet. Grilled cheese bagel? I think that sounds good. I think you would just melt the cheese on a toasted bagel, perhaps. I'm glad that you love my bagel emote. I still need to figure out what I want my follower emotes to be. Grilled cheese, tomato soup is top tier. I ate grilled cheese for breakfast this morning because I'm an adult and I make my own rules. That was like when I was 19, I was on this kick of eating tapioca pudding for breakfast. Chef's kiss. Plus, my neurodivergence didn't want anything I normally... Yes! I felt that today because Nana gave me the option of what I wanted for dinner. It was either Spam or turkey, and I wanted turkey. I was just not feeling Spam today. I can't play right now. There's a cat on me. Aww. Hello. Hi, Cashew. Bagels are my fave breakfast food. Well, you're in the right place, Laws. We all have bagels. I had mozzarella sticks for dinner. I frankly wanted to get, is this music not playing? I frankly wanted to get, what is it called? Pretzel bites. Like the little pretzel bites that you get and you dunk them. We saw them at the grocery store yesterday. And I was like, I really want these. Like, so bad. So maybe at some point next week, we will get pretzel bites. Pretzel nuggies, yes. Like, I probably told this story in the past, but one time me and Nana went to the mall and they got, like, pretzel cinnamon with powdered sugar things on them, like pretzel nuggets, I think they were, with powdered sugar. And it was a lot of powdered sugar. And they're taking a bite out of it, but something made them laugh, and they just, you know, when you laugh and you just blow air out of your nose, and the powdered sugar everywhere, all over their pants, all over their mustache, all over the floor, in the middle of the mall, and it was so funny. We just kind of sat there laughing really hard, because they also were wearing, like, a black shirt, so, like, you could see powdered sugar on them for the rest of the day. Which, speaking of malls, we went on a little mall trip today. We decided we needed to do some fun things, just to feel good about ourselves. First, we went and I got this Zelda manga. I was really excited about it. It's really pretty. Like, the first part of the first chapter is in color, and it's really pretty. Like, look at how gorgeous the Deku tree is. It's so pretty. But the only thing that, like, throws me off is that Link is talking. Like, Link isn't supposed to talk. It gets bizarre. I just flipped to a random page, and look who it is. It's our Princess Wuto! Oh yeah! We love Princess Wuto! I'm excited to read it. I read, like, the first chapter while I was waiting for my therapist. But I got that at FYE, and I swear to God... Yay! We made Orville laugh! I just realized who you are. I'm so silly. We love Sunberry. Sunberry is a personal goddess here. So we got that at FYE, and I swear to God, I was like... The person working there was like a goth non-binary, and they're making dad jokes the whole time, and I almost shut down. My mouth was literally watering. I have a link to the past one as well. It might be even weirder. I would love, love, love to read that. I do not recognize Princess Ruto. Instead, I just went, boo! Sunberry's bisexual is showing. I appreciate you so much. But yeah, apparently goth non-binaries are my weakness now. So, because we saw another one at Hot Topic, and I bought some little pins. One with a frog on a trans flag, and with a frog on a non-binary pin. Non-binary flag, and I gave that one to Nana, and I took the trans one. Then we went to this one store, had this little Indian man at the counter, and Nana bought this Victini plush, and I bought a tiny little Bulbasaur for my car, because I just need more. More Bulbasaurs for my car! Thank you for acknowledging my gayness. Yay! Well, it's true. Here, I'm gonna pass you the wristband. You get the rainbow wristband this week. People always talk about goth GFs, but not goth non-binaries, or goth BFs for that matter. But that's not the topic. Yeah, we need some goth JFs. That's Joy Friend. I like the term Joy Friend at least. But, Nana, what did you send me? Is it important? Aww! Nana sent a picture of Cashew on their lap. It's really cute. Anyway. It was really exciting. I saw so many goth non-binaries running stores, especially the Hot Topic one had a nose ring and like space buns and multicolored hair. And I'm just like... But yeah, the little Indian man, when we bought our Pokemon plushies, loved us so much that he gave us free Pokemon posters. And I was just like, you don't have to do this! But he was like, free gift. Free gift, and he gave us like hand sanitizer too. So I got free hand sanitizer. I'm hoping to get some pan color designs in my upcoming art commission. It's gonna be fun AF. You do art? I didn't know that. Since when did you do art? I need to see some of your art. Unless you're commissioning someone, which is still cool. People are cute is my vibe. I agree. I wish that was me. Yeah. Okay, Jamie, you basically are these people. You just don't see yourself because you have imposter syndrome. Okay, I'm gonna call you out. You are a hot goth waifu. Thank you for the rainbow wristband. I will wear it with pride. Hey! It's apparently an earlier Link to the Past manga, although it's not by the people who did the Ocarina one you have. Interesting. The art style kind of reminds me of something. It's like the proportions of the faces are very Evangelion, but also like the eye style is super unique. The only thing that threw me off a little bit about this art, about the cover.
You got debated. You got
yeah!
debated. You got debated.
Yeah, I got just debated. Debated. Woo! Did I? I'm sorry I scared Cashew. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, there he is. Hi. I don't feel like a fancy goth though. Every time you send me a picture, I collapse, okay? So you are absolutely valid as a fancy goth GF. Technically I'm a graphic designer, but I don't really art. I'm commissioning a friend of mine to make a ping tuber no cam for no cam days. That's a great idea. I was thinking about that. Because there's just some days I'm just feeling like shit, but I'm like, most of the time I'm like, nah, if I show my face, then, you know, maybe I'll have a better day. I don't know. It's very rare that I come out of a stream feeling like shit about showing my face. But if I do get a tube, I would want it to be like a little Muppet version of me. I read the Ocarina manga, although I have my own, the first volume. Strap has both. Okay, cool. Sorry I scared Cashew. I need you to know that wireless headphones, I was dancing with you. The debate song was quite the bop. Yay! Can I show what I bought? Yes, you can! The thing I wanted to say though, the way they designed Link, his ear is like too far outwards. So you can see like the little, look at his ear. It's like too far out.
It's called stylization.
Okay. They got a big bikini.
I love it.
Yeah. My anxiety at least likes the option of, even if I like being on... Yeah, I feel that. I wish that I could sometimes just ping tube my own therapy sessions. Ask Shrapnel about fluff or nut sometime. Like, the sandwich? We got some fluff in the cabinet from when we did the pizzas. He was named after that. Ooh, is that a plushie? I need to know who Fluffernut may be. Some of these songs are like blacked out. I don't know. Ooh, some Zelda. That's cool. I like these sound effects. I have a meme somewhere related to Hylian ears. Interesting. I wish that I could wear headphones and still wear my little elf ears. I don't know. They're just kind of collecting dust right now. Fluffernutt was a D&D character who was at least theoretically a Victini. I hashed out for Shrapnel. At least that's what Fluffernutt was in theory. He was actually just chaotic stupid. Like me! Gonna go walk the dog before it gets dark, but thanks for the wonderful vibes as always. You're one of my favorite people on Twitch and I want nothing but the best for you. Thank you! Sunberry, I love you! You get a kiss from the Lego Bulba. Mwah! What's the proper pronunciation of the word manga? Manga? But I said manga because I'm stupid. Manga. Yeah. Like manga. Because the vowels in Japanese are A-E-A, A-E-A-O-U. A-E-A-A-U. Mami, me, mamu. Mommy, mommy. Wait. E-A-O-U. Ma, mi, me, mo, mu. Yeah. So, like, in Japanese, you'd have A-E-A-O-U, and ma, mi, me, mo, mu, and ta, ti, te, to, tu, etc. Kaki, ke, koku. Instead of just consonants and vowels, except for I think, and The letter N is its own thing. Mommy, mommy, I don't think you'd walk up to someone who ambushed a party, stick their gun up your nose, and say, "You got your nose up my gun." Okay. So it rhymes with lawn. Yeah, manga. Like, I like how... Because some of them... The guy fired at Fluffernutt twice. Oh, okay. Some of the letters, though, correspond with one another. So if you're using the word, like the letter K, like K-E, K, you do 2 lines next to it, and then it's gay. But it's spelled K and G, but it's K and gay. Could have shot a 3rd time, would have killed him, but Fluffernutt was unconscious. I figured he just waved his gun at the rest of the party. That is pretty chaotic. You are so right. I don't know how that corresponds to a Victini, but also I don't know too much about Victini as much as I do about some others, so... I'm gonna move my phone, because I'm just like, it's distracting me. If Nana needs me, they'll scream here in chat, so... So yeah, I got that manga. They got their Victini plush. I went to go buy... No, I am not dropping frames. It's been sitting at 200 drop frames for the past 10 minutes. That one is just you, my buddy. So that was a fun day at the mall. We got bubble tea, too. We got bubble tea. It was really good. They got a watermelon one. I got an almond one. And now I want more bubble tea. I would absolutely die for some more bubble tea. I think I'm addicted. I just love bubble tea. What's your go-to bubble tea flavor? Please, LMK. We can talk about bubble tea while I play some Earthbound beginnings. Fluffernutt just was a Victini, again, at least theoretically. He was really tanky because the first game I ran was an adaptation of Death Trap Dungeon, and I wanted Shrapnel's character to have a chance of surviving. Shrapnel realized Fluffernutt was basically immortal, and I think that may have influenced his characterization. Oh, okay. Interesting. You guys know a lot about Dungeons and Dragons, and I played, like, in 2 campaigns so far, and every time I've just been completely uninterested. Like, I liked it in the past. Like, I have, but I get lost easily, or, like, the people who I'm playing with are not good people, I've noticed, which is sad. Is it quiet, or is it just me? Oh, it's just me. Okay. How's the volume on that? He had an ability that made him heal whenever he was touching fire, and another that made him on fire all the time? That's kind of funny, not gonna lie. I like that concept. Keep forgetting with the NES games you need to use the start button. Oh, right. We're here! I forgot! Hidden ability, yeah. When he's touching fire! The concept is funny. I learned something. The ones that will give you the flu in these towns are ones wearing blue shirts. Basically, he was healing all the time. He had really good saving throws. Some buffing and melee abilities. I froze for a few? I don't have any drop frames, so that might have been on your end, or Twitch's end. Because sometimes Twitch has problems with sending out stuff. That must have been Twitch, because I don't have any more drop frames. I don't know. Anyway. We gotta bring our new friend. Our new friend Lucy. Out here to the Magi-cant. Ancient Wiz were his dump stats. Folkmanat may have been a chaotic, stupid monster in form of Victini. This is what Trapman has claimed since. But yeah, I like D&D. I just only played with terrible people. And wish to play with good people. Oh, the weed bag. That's the weed guy. I keep forgetting which rooms are which. This is the one where you save. Is this enough to get the coins and items for Lucy? It's something far more ancient, sinister, and stupid than the victory Pokemon. Darned if I remember. Well, next level requires a lot. But you better try. Yes, I will check. I will check, and then we'll do some fighting until we have the money. Oh, you know what we did last week that really excited me? We got a call on the phone, and the call on the phone was our dad, Chorley's dad, asking me the player's name. We walked all over the mall. I forgot to did I hatch my egg in Pokemon Go? This isn't the first time I've done this on stream. It's probably been about a year. Oh, another thing we did was we saw a lot of. We didn't talk about the off-brand Mario toys we saw. We went into this one store that had a buttload of off-brand toys, and they were like horrible, like so bad and off-brand. And there was like a Mario set, and the one of them, the Mario was missing. But there were two Luigis. Oh, here we go. I walked a 9.8K today. We'll see what it's gonna be. A hippopotas. That's neat. Okay. I don't particularly want a hippopotas, but thank you. It could be another 5K. Very proud of me. Alright. The Sonic ones were the bad ones. We also saw a lot of Amogus toys. Yeah. With the Sonics with their heads just kind of broken off. The gold ring is 1510. 1510 plus... Someone remember 1510 for me. 1510 plus... $1,200. Don't use the reminder. That will just show up on my server. That's things I want to remember after stream. 1510 plus 1200 is 2710. Okay. Cool. I have that much money. So we can fight our way up to the pond. It doesn't work that way. I'll have to go and delete it off Discord. Or I can just leave it there and let me remember all the fun that I've had. Aw, poor Lucy. Okay, is that gonna give a lot to Lucy? No. I don't have the cash. I have to go to the pond and withdraw cash. Yeah. Boop, boop. We need to go someplace with harder enemies that are easy for Chorley and Lioness to beat so that Lucy gets more HP. If her level curve is similar to Lioness, she'll probably end up a few levels lower than him and a few more lower than Chorley. Yeah. Yeah, I want to at least get her up to 10 each time I get them up to 10. Because I got Lioness to 10. Big wood! Oh right, we have our gun now. Our plasma beam. She has life up, which is good. Troy was dehydrated. What does that mean? Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Yeah, his plasma beam can break. He does look like he wants to bite me. I like his design. Seth! Maybe I shouldn't use the plasma gun. Maybe that's my problem. So nice we did it twice. There was stuff about you. Oh! I talked about how I want to make you grilled cheese. I will make you grilled cheese and you will like it. That's what I said. I said, when I'm in Rome, or as I say, when I'm in Wisconsin, you gotta make stuff with cheese. Does this guy just burst into flames every time? Okay, let's just avoid getting that spawn. I haven't had that in forever, ever. Really? For realsies? You're going to put a quote about me talking about my nipples? No. What an appropriate quote to pull up now that Sip is here. It has Aftermath. What is Aftermath? I started playing last night. I was very confused. What were you playing last night? This game? If so, this game is very confusing, yes. It does have a bit of a learning curve. My best advice either is... because you gotta grind in the beginning. My best advice is to probably watch a couple videos on how the game works first. Because it is kind of confusing without having people guiding you. It isn't... yeah, isn't that weird? I never buy bread. I don't like to buy bread either. Because I don't eat that much bread. Like, I'll eat fresh bread. I played Earthbound and Mother 3. Earthbound 2? So I think I can manage this. I was just exploring all the old games they have free on Switch. I even played Kirby. Yes! I love that Kirby game. I would love to play Kirby on stream, except that's not a fun game to stream to, because you can't talk with chat. This is like an early RPG, so it's harder than... and not as balanced. I think that's the problem. So, like, we have someone who comes in here once a week named Tigress, and they taught me that if you keep the menu open, the RNG is for every frame the menu's open, so if you get a spawn you don't like, you can just reverse, and then keep the menu open. Just letting you know that I have no idea about this game, but I'll be here quietly. Thank you, Jill, I appreciate you. You don't have to know anything about this game to be here. BFF Jill.
Tell your BFF
Jill.
Jill that I'm taking away your phone.
There's just a lot of weird things about this game. I know things about this game. Yes. Yes, I need money. Perfect. I want all of my money. I will blow all my money on beefing up Lucy. He's playing it though, and I haven't had the brain space to understand it. I love this game a lot. Most of the lore I've gotten from the music off of Spotify. I rarely use a whole loaf of bread before it expires. Yeah, exactly. I recommend, if you're not playing this on stream, I recommend following like a walkthrough so that you know how the game works. Because there's a lot of things about this game that are just like, can be confusing. I think I've known maybe half of the games Holden's played. Yeah. Like, you've known most of the Zelda games. You can refrigerate or freeze bread. Yeah, but I prefer fresh bread. Like, I learned in one of my French lessons that bread is just made in Europe without oil or butter, so it expires faster, but it's so much more better. So much better. Okay, magic coin. Yes. Yeah, I don't understand the item leveling in this game. But I understand some of it. Magic coin. Give. Lucy. And then Lucy use the magic coin. Okay. I did not know that. Yeah. You can refrigerate or freeze bread. Those Pokemon games you have streamed are ones that I have not played, except for Oras. Yeah. Yes, can we make bread? Please? I love bread. We can make grilled cheese on our own bread. I know Greek mythology, but not Hades, the game. Hades, the game, was not hard to understand either. I was exceptionally good at that game when I'm not good at a lot of games. It's just not the same. It's not the same. Yeah, you learned about bread today. I just love learning about bread. That's why I love eating baguettes. Conflict would lose his shit if we made bread. He'd make sandwiches constantly. I won't make you sandwiches anymore. I liked the sandwich you made me today. It was good. Don't be a duty head. I like when you make me bougie sandwiches. Okay, Lucy's got her items. Now we just gotta give her XP now. You use yeast. That much I know. I like a good yeasty bread. Is there anything else that we need at the castle yet? Just wondering. No. It's complicated at first. That's the thing about this game. It's complicated at first. Also, you have to grind a lot. Not that I know of, but, why not? Let's go hang out at the castle for a little bit. To see our grandmother. Also, this absolute banger. In fact, Sith, this game is the reason Undertale exists. In fact, I learned today, the Starman character has like a little symbol on its chest, which is the same exact symbol on Papyrus's chest. Which is pretty neat. Where's Grandma? I wanted to say hi to Grandma. The theory, is it that Nintendo or Ness is Sans? Which is the character from the first Earthbound. What? Oh, that was weird. Wanna know a secret? I still never finished Undertale. This is the first. Yes, I meant the other Earthbound. The one that everyone knows as Earthbound. Did the queen just leave? Okay, whatever. I wanted to say hi to the queen. Thought that maybe she had something for me. Papyrus is literally dressed as a protagonist of Radiation's Halloween hack, the bad hack with a lot of swears that Toby debuted. Toby made where Megalovania debuted. Correct! He's so talented. But he was also a problematic fave back then. Luckily, he's changed. This one? No, it was this one. Yeah. Left, right, right, left? Or right, right, left, left, right? Right. Left. Left. Maybe I'll finish it off stream because I fucking loved it and I feel like I'm missing out insanely. It's so good. It's an exceptional game, and every time I play it, I cry a little bit and learn more. Yay. Look, the baby is you is high art, and I will not accept any statements. I'm still saying, when Baffy starts streaming, I'm gonna drag you there, Orville. I don't care about your loyalty. We will read Homestuck to you. We will read Homestuck to you. And you will enjoy it. Okay, what does Lucy know? Let's see. She can heal, she can life up, and she can telepathy. Hi Shrap! How are you? Were you having fun watching Bodhi playing, Hades? Hades nuts! That is how you will break one of my oaths. Yes! I'm very glad to know. Also, hi Brody. I'm very glad to know that you will eventually know Homestuck lore. Just know it's kind of gross and boring in the beginning, and then it gets really good, and then it gets gross again. Also, just realized I brought nuts over here and didn't eat them. It was the same nuts that I had for when we did the, fruitcake. Nuts just don't go bad. Nice! Hello, it's me, Holden Boy. Well, they do if not preserved and stored correctly. Dad's eyes was beaten. Aw, she's weak. We gotta get her a boomerang. When we get to the town, we will get her a boomerang. Or rather, if preserved and stored incorrectly, yeah. Maximum peepee. How do I... She has all of these... She has all... What? What did I say? She has telepathy and life up. Girls don't know how to use... Wow! She has telepathy and life up. But life up is the only one that's showing up in battle. Started using DoorDash for the first time. It's fucking amazing. If you weren't here when I said, oh, I just came here to say hello. I'll probably go back later and hang out more. Okay. I said that I want to, have a stream where we all order a burger on DoorDash at the same time. And eat burgers at the same time. I need to get her a real weapon. Yeah, like a boomerang. Also posted a picture of the protagonist of Halloween Hack in missed games since I'd forget. Yes. It was the 80s. That would be dope if I would do that. Yes! Thank you. Somebody else thinks it's genius. Does she actually use a skillet and a frying pan, or are you just, like, pulling my chain? Oh! Okay. I don't know how much a skillet or frying pan is. I don't remember where to get one, because I wasn't paying attention. It's probably at the store, frankly. If I'm being smart. I got Pan Express and I haven't had this in years. Fried rice, baby. I've never had Panda Express. I usually just order from a local place if I'm getting Chinese. So if you order Panda Express, I probably won't even notice. Wow, good job, Lucy! She killed the, She killed the skunk. She got the last hit. Good job, Lucy. I'm proud of her. She's leveling up fast. What psi power did she learn? Why does it keep saying she learned a psi power? But then I don't see any in the inventory. Psychic kids. 3 psychic kids in a trench coat. She doesn't have enough PP to use it. Oh. I love getting half fried rice and half super greens Pan Express with honey sesame chicken and Shanghai Angus steak. It does sound good. I love fried rice. I usually make my own rice. And I knew that we would get Jill here when we talk about Pan Express, because Jill loves Pan Express. They're both a little spicy, which I love. I got honey walnut. Honey walnut sounds good. Excuse me, get out of the way. I want to go to the store. Fuck. No! Honey walnut shrimp is so good. Can I get inside the department store, please? This cuck won't get out. No! No! Intercepted. I got honey... Yeah, the honey walnut shrimp is sweet and so good. Do they have a honey walnut chicken? I haven't been here in like 4 years. What's wrong with me? We can get Panda. I'll try it. Okay, not the drugs. Not the sporting goods? Not the foods. Is it the variety goods? Ruler, stun gun, rope, and repel ring. Nope. Where... Is it in foods and I'm just crazy? No. But we do need bread. Actually. I would like a loaf of bread. It wasn't the one here. Was it the one in the other town? The town south of here? Because we can do that. We can go to the next town. Actually, let's save first. Use my phone card. This is your dad. I've transferred $362 into your account. I can't wait to talk to the dad again and have him use my name again. I thought that was funny. Ooh, Lioness is gonna level up next. Snowman, okay. Let's go back to Snowman then. I wish I knew that before I went to Magi-cant. I also don't mind taking the train again. Wherever the heck the train line is. This away. Woo! Woo! There's actually a theory that Nessa's dad is Ninten, hence the resemblance, general acceptance of his son going off on adventures with psychic powers. But doesn't that game also take place in the 80s? I don't know, I don't have the lore. You'll find out? Okay. Used to let members of the clan just become phones when they reach adulthood. Now I want to make a version of this game in present day. You just keep your dad in your pocket all the time. Which I guess some of us do, actually. I am quite thirsty. But no, it does not. Did someone say Panda Express? Yes, everyone's talking about their Panda Express orders. Jill loves Panda Express. Sith is getting us Panda Express. Because I've never had it before. Possibly Nessa's kid grew up to be a cell phone, and Nessa's grandkid grew up to be an iPhone. Yeah, was this the part of the 80s where they had the giant brick cell phones? No, he's strong enough to just sauce like the saucer. Just two kids throwing boomerangs. They would exist and cost approximately $1,800. For real? I love orange chicken. That guy who sent me that cheeseburger on Snapchat that one time, he also made really good orange chicken. I had it once. Hello, Brody. How are you? I'm glad that you are back. I hope that your day is going okay. Maybe I should have killed Lucy so I don't have to pay so much on the train fare. But also, it's probably not that much. $36, $108, whatever. We have money in the bank. Troy just beating people to death with his dad, yeah. Yeah. Throw the phone at the... Some as I saw once were accurate. I got that, and honey and walnut shrimp. I'm in heaven right now. I napped for most of the day. I don't know if I have food for dinner, but we shall. We shall see. I had a turkey sandwich and french fries. Every time we go to the grocery store, Nana sees the rotisserie chickens and gets really anxious. French fries. Ooh, yummy. I avoid the grocery store at all costs. I get so anxious in the grocery store. Like, so anxious. Okay. We can fight some monsters here. They're super tough. Grocery stores are the worst. Okay. Walmart, though, gives me really bad vibes. It doesn't feel clean in there. The people kind of just creep me the fuck out. Okay, let's hope for some good luck here. Yes! Yes! We did it. I don't know why I hate it so much. I don't have a legit reason. I just can't stand being in there. I'm fun to go grocery shopping with. Oh, that sounds fun. I love grocery shopping with others, at least.
My name is Jeff.
I mean, Jeff. Walmart was generally considered the archetypal evil retailer until Amazon grew large and powerful. That reminds me, I've been thinking of different ways to abuse your Alexa when I visit. I'm so excited. Hey, Cashew, you wanna hang out? Also, let's life up Lioness. Now that we got mauled by a bear. I can't believe our shrimpy little nerd survived. Attacked by a freaking polar bear. Maybe give her a size stone? Okay. Hi, Cashew, what's up? How you doing, buddy? You give a kiss? You're a cutie. But yeah, I'll give her a size stone. She's almost a PP. Hi. I wasn't paying attention. Okay. You gotta keep it open. Cycle through the frames. One thing I hate about Hasbro is that they insist on making a lot of their products store exclusives. Stop attacking Lucy, you chump. Cashew, don't do that. That's okay. Bye-bye. Yes, you can bite Chorley. That's fine. Imagine you shooting a wolf with a plasma beam. This coupled with Target and Walmart ship poor distribution makes it really hard to find products. I agree. Cashew, stop. He's like, I'm gonna rip everything off your desk. Okay, so stay 6 feet away from the blue shirt. I'll put the size stone in her. Yes. Give to Lucy. I'm also going to give this bread to her. Then use it. Okay. Wait. Yay! She squeezed the stone. The only entertaining thing about Alexa is that it farts. Really? If you have exorbitant amounts of cash, you can throw it at a capitalist and generally get what you want. That is true. How many uses does a size stone have? Is this the place I want to be? No. So stay away from the blue shirts or you get the flu. Hello! Frying pan is $300. Okay, we have enough money for that. Cash card. I'm just gonna withdraw 500 so that I can afford the train ride out of here. And often... What is Cashew doing? He's being a little goober. And often over the under produce... And often over... Beyond that, they're not actually good at distributing goods. And often overproduce... underproduce goods massively because of projected demand is different from actual demand. That they indeed do. Okay. I would like to buy a frying pan. Yes. Okay. We also need to go back to... I think the next part of the quest, we need to go back to Reindeer. Because in Reindeer, we need to meet the mouthwash man. There's a man on the mountain who sells mouthwash for super cheap. There's some pragmatic feelings of capital... Don't write out yet. Okay. Okay, so let me give her the frying pan. Alright, so, if you look at this... Here's Chorley. He's got a bunch of stuff that he can't use, like fourth dimensional slip. They don't show up in battle, and I don't know why. He's got a boomerang, a magic coin, and a gold ring. Lion-ass, magic... Boomerang, magic coin, gold ring. And Lucy. Brain shock? PK Freeze, PK Beam, and PK Thunder. Psy Shield. Those are good. I wish we could use them. Okay, I'm going to remind myself. Look up Lucy PB. I'm gonna look at the Earthbound Reddit or Earthbound wiki. See what I need to learn her spells. Okay, what do you want me to do before I ride out? I feel like there's something you need me to do. Stay away from me, you yucky blue shirt. Diseased freak. I like her hat. I'm glad that we made friends because we gave her a hat. I guess we are doing reindeer next? That's what I thought. Like, I went around the town of Reindeer last week, and that was cool and all. There wasn't too much that I gleaned. Because I think we're too under-leveled and not far enough in the story to be here. There's stuff we could have done in Magi-cant, but I don't think we want to go back there yet, no. We can go back when we get our next friend. We'll just make Magi-cant our grind tradition. Statistically, we get a new friend every episode, almost. But I know there's only 4 friends in this game. Not this. My popcorn has a Bible quote on the back of it. Is it Orville Redenbacher? I have not made that joke in so long. I'm not here for this. I'm legitimately not here for this. I used to get it all the time on Gaia forums. Oh, yeah. Yeah, what kind of popcorn are you eating? And I figured out why your side isn't showing up in battle. Yeah? Brims. Some dollars for brim. Okay. Do I have to learn my psychic powers? Healing, shielding, and... Oh! I see. What is Isaiah 26:3? Beep, beep, beep. Oops. You will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you because he trusts in you. No, that's not an Isaiah, that's an Ezekiel. That's Ezekiel 23:19, yeah. Okay, we're going to Reindeer, which is a lot cheaper than Union. How well hung Egyptian men are. Why did they put that in the Bible? What's the point? This shit makes me laugh. That was very useful when I was a priest for Halloween. I don't want Jesus in my snacks. Jesus O's. 100% good breakfast sponsored by the Lord. You get balanced breakfast, just as balanced as your cross. I don't know. And back, Casper decided to sit on my chest so I couldn't move a bit. That's so cute. I love that. Plasma. Okay. Psy. Oh, it. So I can do that. Okay, that's okay. I used to be Christian, then I grew up. I went to Catholic school. Okay, now I understand how this works. What is this, the 4th episode of this game? That's sad. I technically used to be a Christian in the sense that I attended Sunday school, got confirmed early so I could get out of it without making my family sad. And now we're all trans. Thanks, Jesus. I mean, not all of us here are trans, but yeah. We have a token cis person who's a femboy, so... Hell yeah. It's still divergent. A gender outlaw, if you will. Congrats, Orville. I used to be Christian, but I'm not trans. But Jill has an energy. She has a gender energy. She's one of those funky cis people. Is there something that I need here? Cis hetero, but also you're still pretty cute. I love it though. I made tuna salad? That sounds cool. I wish I liked fish. That's what being friends is about. Shrubbo doesn't even like girls. His gender's Venezuela. There we go. The token cis hat here is my dad, okay? Your partner is gender. Northwest of town, yes, okay. I wanted to get Lucy to level 10, but I'm like, whatever. What's the worst that's gonna happen to Lucy when she's with 2 buff kids? Oh man, I had nuts. I love Bag Lady. She's my favorite enemy so far. Okay. Wait, you know what? I want to see. 2 and 1.
You got your baited. You got your baited. Baited. Baited.
That's fun. 2 in 1 stream. She is Pam from Stardew Valley. You're so right. Thank you, Jill, for debating me. This is Pam before she moved to Pelican Town. Tuna salsa. I want to try out one of my... Oh, he doesn't have offense. Let's hypnotize her. And then use Lucy's brain shock. Wait, no. You can't hypnotize and brain shock. Or freeze. Or thunder beam. Nice pee-pee. Oh. Charlie got 69 pee-pee. This woman just... Well, if she's asleep, how would brain shock also affect her? You're shocking her brain. I thought it was like confusion. I thought that brain freeze would be like confusion. A brain shock. I'm so thirsty. I didn't drink water today, so... shocking her brain, like when you don't go on your when you try to go off your meds. When you. Unlike you, most people's brains continue to work while asleep. That's fake. That's fake. Do you guys think while you sleep? I don't dream. Shrap doesn't like girls comes to the fact that Shrap reminds me of Max. From Sam and Max, and there's this running joke that Max doesn't like girls, and because Orvie reminds me of Sam, it's extra funny that he says that. Do you think he really think when they're awake? There's no way I can think while awake. Wait. Point proven! I'm just gonna keep Charlie's PP at 69. I think it's funny. This is my best tuna salad yet. I wish I liked tuna. Then I'd be like, hell yeah. What did Lucy just learn? How do I see the different things that she has? You don't see them. You have to look at them in battle, okay. I feel like I'm going the right way. I'm hooked on a feeling. I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. So I'm gonna assume I can't use brain freeze on a truck. You cannot use brain freeze on anything without a brain. I'm gonna finish that sentence. It's not an attack? This song reminds me of LOL. Song playing right now. Oh, the do 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 do. That's how they profited off the Nintendo hard model. Like, what do you mean, lol? Like League of Legends? PK Brain Shock will not work on inanimate objects, though. It's a status effect, not an attack. I think he's laughing. What? Oh! This song reminds me, lol. Reminds me of me! This song reminds me of me, lol. Okay, I don't... The double of me just, like, wiped my brain out.
What up? I'm Jared, I'm 19, and I never fucking learned how to read.
He's Brody! He's Brody! I talked about the Jared 19 thing with my therapist today. I also talked about Jill in therapy today. In a good way! I promise! I just talked about someone that I relate to. Someone that I just emotionally relate to in a lot of ways that I don't realize until I spend more time with her. Me and Jill are very similar people, and every time I hang out with her, I just learn more about her that reminds me of me. I'm like, that's cool. Now, if anybody wants me to shit talk you to my therapist, pay me, and I will. I also took a picture of my therapist's dog and cat. He showed them to me on camera today. Oh, Jill, I was telling my therapist about you today. I was talking about how much every time I hang out with you, there's something I learn about you that reminds me of me. Yeah, you and I are more alike than I realize every time we hang out. I told my therapist that. He thought it was interesting and cool. He says that you sound like a cool person. What did I say during taxes that you were like, whoa? I don't know. I just think you're very smart. You're just a smart person. She is cool. She's got purple hair. And she's so full of sass that I wish I had that level of sass. Thank you, I appreciate that. Bleh. Bleh. Shout out to that the lion being named Yuna. Literally obsessed with Psycho Truck. I want to shoot a plasma beam at the truck. I'm gonna electrocute this truck. He's a sea lion. There's a difference. Seals... Yes, this is KK Cruisin'. KK Cruisin' was based off of this song, and this song was based off another song. Did I go the wrong way? Can I go into the tunnel? I don't actually have to take the train? Yes, they look just like the Peanuts characters, and that's why I named them Charlie, Lioness, and Lucy. Like Charlie, Linus, and Lucy, yeah. Yeah, sea lions have ears. Fucking lag. I feel like I'm going the wrong way. Ba-ba-da-ba-da, that eagle just one-shotted her. That was RNG, baby. The eagle just swoops down and carries off a small child. She's a half-orphan, leave her alone. Do you think Lioness's parents are wondering where he is? Really noobish grape. Alright. Sentient rope. I don't want to ruin my 69 PP. I'm gonna set this rope on fire. And I'm gonna electrocute the man. I'm having too much fun with this game. Even though I'm like in mega grind mode right now and I'm not doing much. That one really hurts my eyes. He regained senses after I electrocuted him! That's not okay. Fugitive looks like a background character. You're right. We haven't leveled up Chorley in a very long time. Okay, where the frick am I going? Probably voiced by Dan Castellaneta at least once. We just learned something new. But I'm just gonna keep using PK Beam, I like it. Well, you're northwest of the town, not northeast. I did go northwest. Of the town! Nothing happened. Of the town. Oh, side block, okay. Can I block others? Like, can I block 4 others? I didn't go north of the town. I went north of the train station. Yes and no. Sunblock abilities. Okay. Now my next question is, what is the difference between PK Freeze Alpha and PK Freeze Beta? Are the Alpha physical and the Beta's more powerful? So theoretically I can freeze this eagle. We'll hear someone tell a joke. Knock knock. Knock knock. Knock knock. The pizza man's here. I have your pizza. Come out or I'll eat it. Oh, you took so long. I ate the pizza. Really powerful? Okay. That's better. I love you though, you're iconic. Yay! Don't know how, but they're good in this though. Oh, don't know how good they are in this though. Does anybody though? Also, I'm going to heal. I'm gonna heal Lioness. I know it's ruining my 69 PP. I still have weed! You're right. I'm gonna eat the weed. Where's my weed? Oh. Here, Lucy. Lucy just had weed for the first time. Bye, Dad! Boogie, woogie, woogie! You could rewind to maintain your 69 PP. Oh, yeah, you're right. It's a sacrifice we have to make. It's for friendship. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Alright. It was fun using the plasma beam. And we just learned Psy-Magnet. Okay. Gross. Is mayo good or gross? As an accent, mayo can be good. Okay, the magnet does not work. I learned something. I like aioli more than I like Rose PK. Oh, I was learning. I was practicing. Well, let's brain shock. Oh, never mind. We killed him. Vegan mayo. I like the way you spell things sometimes. It's really funny. I can, like, hear you when you type. Well, that was... Psycho Car. Okay. Beep, 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 beep. Let's just beat the shit out of this car. There. Cool. It was nice to grind a little bit. Now we can go northwest of the town instead of northwest of the train station. Like I thought. Did I see that sign? I'm going. There's a lot of aliens here. Boop. Lance is pretty beefed now. I'm really proud of him. He was just a scrawny little guy, and now he's doing pretty good. After stream, I should read something in the server. He's a nerd who grew strong by talking to his muscles. What are you gonna read? I don't know if I'll be able to stay. We got work in the morning. Love. That's a cute little face. Just say. Okay. Healer's house, west. I was going the right way. We're going to the healers, right? I was going the right way. We got a little grinding in, that's okay. Let's beat the shit out of this truck with our boomerangs and frying pan. Can you imagine? I say this every stream, but take your boomerang and throw it at a truck and see what happens. I am going west with my best friends. Wow. Enclave... Dad? This is your dad. I've transferred money. Enclave Fighter 2 is a buff Arnold Schwarzenegger bunny named Hoppy, who, according to the manual, grew strong through that exact method. I love that! I also miss game manuals. There's so much important lore that you're missing out on. Okay, Troy's really close to leveling up. Everybody's really close to leveling up. That's good. Okay. Hello? Sometimes that happens. Believe it or not, I am a healer. What do you want? What? What's the difference? I assume refresh is like take a nap. But what is soften? There's a game called Mutant League Football where the best thing is the manual. It's genuinely funny. Wasn't like the advertising for Earthbound Beginnings just like horrible? It was just like, this game stinks! And that's one of the reasons why this game didn't sell well. Okay, what is refresh versus soften? Oh, there's regular Earthbound? Okay. I hear you furiously typing. Yes, this was not... What is soften? This clown is gonna charge me a lot of money. I don't have ailments. No, you don't. So you don't need to talk to him, okay. Diamondization. I'm just gonna keep going west. Gex's manual has like... Oh, thank you for the posture check. I am sitting with my legs splayed. Okay. T-pose! Back up to the blankie. Roll my shoulders back. Okay. Gex's manual has like a 5-page story about Gex's backstory. Isn't it his backstory is that he's gay or something? The game's intro just tells us that he watches TV and got sucked into it. The manual tells us about his early life and why he just watches TV all day, and how can you afford such a lifestyle. Isn't there something about Gex that's like really funny? about like Gex being gay. Remember, or was that just a meme? Rope used rope. Okay. So now Charlie can't attack. So and then I mean, he's constantly mocking TV creatures trying to kill him. Is that what gay people do? Maybe. I don't know. What do gay people do? Oh right, I'm right here. Statler and Waldorf spend all their time mocking the other Muppets. When the Muppets are in the world. I love that so much. I love looking at a good Muppet. Okay, I'm gonna eat a weed for Lucy. And I'm gonna eat a weed. My brain wanted me to say this. The Muppets are all married to each other and all have sex with each other, but don't know why. Fish banana. You kind of remind me of, like, MySpace era, like, emo kids. I feel like you would have gotten along really well in the MySpace era. That is a compliment. Who here had a MySpace page and what songs played? Brody. Brody has got MySpace energy. I don't know how to feel about that, TBH. It's mostly nostalgic. Like, you'd probably have some really good quotes and stuff on there. I'm gonna laser this truck. Crow T Robot and Tom Servo are hella gay, and they riff off movies all the time. Yeah. I'm surprised my plasma beam hasn't broken yet. They got married in an episode. And they kiss, yeah. Am I going in the right direction? It's kind of hard for two guys with beaks to kiss. Yay! Lioness is killing it. I think Lioness is our MVP today. Or XT, I'm emo. Lucy just learned 2 new psychic powers. Aren't we looking for like an old man on a mountain? Is that the story? Up that cliff. Yes. They said something that there's a man on top of a mountain. I know the man sells mouthwash for cheap. Yes. What's the sign say? This looks like the front of the Haunted Chocolatier building. The children are glitching again. Okay. I can't understand a word the old man says either. Okay. I'm thinking, you know. Don't go in there yet? Okay. I was thinking of doing a King of Town voice. I won't go in there. I'm out. I left the house. Oh, don't go in. I said don't go to the sign. Okay. I want to do a King of Town voice for this guy. Oh, 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 oh. didn't even know! I'm going to telepathize. I can't talk very well without my dentures. This is like this is the precursor to the Safari Zone guy. Yeah. Oh yeah. Warden Slowpoke. This game walked so Pokemon could run. Sorry, I have something in my eye. Yeah, Warden Slowpoke. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. Dragonite! Usually I'd say no spoilies, but I'll probably forget by the time I get there. Let's be honest with each other. Okay. I have to go the other way. Okay. I think we have to wrap around the outside of the building. Yes. Don't you dodge me. Now Lucy is stinky. Wrap around it to the left, yeah. Okay. I'm thirsty. There's lots of skunks here.
Welcome.
Tastic! Hello, Tastic. How are you? I love you, I miss you. I hope that you're having a great day. As we all know, skunks are more powerful than alligators and elephants. Yes. We are so close to Chorley leveling up, aren't we? Yes. These days get they really do. But also they go by faster. They are long but fast. I'm in a particularly good mood today. I spent the whole day with my best friend at the mall. And it was fun. And now I'm playing a game that I love. It's weird as hell and I love it. Just like everyone here. And I mean that in a nice way. You're all weird as hell. Thank you for being here. It's a prerequisite. You gotta be some weird person to hang out with me. Once again, that is a compliment. Finally! Okay, Chorley's level 20. It's getting longer and longer for each time he levels up. This is exciting. He's got more PP. That should happen when you turn 20. Okay. Now entering Mislaid Triangle. Watch out. Someone lost their dentures under the sign. We found the man's dentures. Now I'm trying to imagine, do you guys know the advertisements that are just a dog wearing dentures? That shit kills me. We got a stronger thunder, that's cool. Okay, Grandpa. It's to be expected. Oh, what? Nice going. Alright, bye Brody, thanks for hanging out with us. I was just thinking about how everyone at work likes to jokingly call me Boomer Dad. Like, I don't think I have particularly boomerish energy. But you know, they're kids. And I'm always saying kids these days whenever they do things that I don't understand, so maybe I do more into it. I listen to Steely Dan. I am a boomer. So nice to have my dentures back. What's more, your reward? I'll share my secrets of long, long life. Gargle often, gargle proud, gargle strong. And if you catch a cold, gargling will help. Here's a mouthwash I concocted myself. Take it. Why is it beeping? Oh! This man has a lot of fucking mouthwash. Can I sell it? I better get a lot of money for this mouthwash. Yes! Okay, we're gonna get some max profit. Well, that was exciting. I didn't put down a breadcrumb. Did I? Let's test. Yeah, I have no crumbs. We'll put down some crumbs when we get back to town, I guess. I didn't put down a breadcrumb. I have bread, but no crumbs. It's okay. We're still grinding up for Lucy. Beep beep. I just killed a bear with a boomerang. Cool, I'm gonna go sell all this mouthwash. Hey kids, you want some bootleg mouthwash? I'll keep like 2 or 3. Maybe just 2. One? Just in case I get a cold again? Because that was freaking annoying. Why would mouthwash cure the cold? Gargle often. He puts NyQuil in the mouthwash. Okay. Like how a spoon of sugar makes the hiccups go away. Does it? When I get the hiccups, I just lie on my stomach. Which is really hard to do after top surgery. Just saying. For those of you around here getting top surgery soon. Do not lie on your stomach after surgery. What does that particularly do if it lies and falls over? My Beyblade had its gallbladder operated on. What? I just took psychic damage from that. It's like Nana just brain shocked me. That was horrible. Simply horrible. Do eagles not have brains? Yay, we got Lucy to our target level. It works like sing. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna just look up the spells later, like I said. I will look up the psychic abilities later. I'm gonna suplex you live right here on stream. Everyone's gonna watch your body crash into my chair and promptly disconnect my internet because my router's right next to my chair. Psychic abilities that cause lightning and fire are much more realistic than magic powers. Also, magic powers means that you need to use a wand, which is silly. Now, where can I get some free healing around here? I don't want to pay to get healed. I don't want to waste my weed. Need to go to the store. Where the heck is the store? Where the heck is the store? Which building is the store? I don't know. You can warp back to Magi-cant? I could. Do I want to, though? Yeah, I don't think this place has a store. Oh, there we go. Found it. I just wasn't south enough. Avoid the blue shirts because they got colds. Okay. How may I help you? Do you have something to turn? Yes. I have mouthwash. And I have mouthwash? Thank you. Yeah, I do, in fact. I have mouthwash. Neat. Also, Orville didn't say anything about Nana's joke, and I'm very upset. She really is. She's gonna be like, I'm so tired of the kids these days. They came in and returned 10 bottles of mouthwash. Can you believe it? 10 bottles of mouthwash. The joke, I said something about top surgery, and Nana said, my Beyblade had its gallbladder operated on. Top surgery. We've returned 4. Yeah, we're gonna give her 9 mouthwashes. I have mouthwash in the bathroom. The gold star because the image of a blade. They did surgery on a Beyblade? These 3 kids come up and just start returning mouthwash and like, I don't think they bought it here. I don't know where they got it. Thank you for choosing Target, but do not come here again. Me and the homies up in Target with our mouthwash. I have so much money. Okay. One more. One more. Let's go. Hey, P, those kids are trying to return mouthwash again. I can't believe they keep letting golf cart guy in. Look at this guy who keeps coming into our store. in a freaking golf cart! You're not allowed to have motorized vehicles in the store. I would like to deposit $600. It's technically a mobility device? He keeps crashing into the displays. And what's at the top of the store? Cool! I already have a plasma beam. Okay, so what I'm saying, what we're thinking here is that one of us is taking the L, right? One of us is gonna get hit by a motorized scooter. Or, per se, a, It's not a motorized scooter, it's a full-ass golf cart! This man is in the Target in a full-ass golf cart! Like a full-ass golf cart! Okay, I don't know where the fuck I'm going. I think I'm gonna go to Spokane next, is that... Okay, cool. I guessed correctly. Let's go to Spokane. 'Cause that's what friends will do together! Did I go the wrong way? Probably. Boop. We don't have to worry about anything anymore. Maybe we should give Lioness some help, though. You know what? Let's, Size Stone. Let's, give some weed to Lioness. That should be good for a little bit. I like that there's like trucks and saucers near cornfields. It would be really cute if this game had crop circles. Like you said, Ohio, yeah. I was right. I'm just right all the time. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna life up my boy. Okay, whatever. He doesn't get any stronger than that? Okay, we're going to Spokane, Washington. Hello. $9, that's not bad. Wow. Wow. Okay. New place, new voices, new adventures. Nothing this way, it's all over here. Shoo-ba-da-ba-dee, bo-bo. You want to go to the hotel and get some Franklin badges. Okay. I guess. I'm not sure what that entails. Oh, we got some actual fire escapes. That's cool. Once again, I'm refusing to fight 3 enemies at once. This is a pretty barren... Oh, is Spokane a ghost town? I see. Ah, it's just some bears walking through a slum? Yeah! Just grins and bears it. That makes me laugh. Okay. I'm a ghost town boy. Okay, 3 saucers at once would not be bad. So what I will do... Have fun playing Fortnite! What I will do is I will use Charlie on the Barbot. We can down a little saucer by ourselves. And we will beam the other saucer. Those saucers are easy. I'm glad I finally figured out, or thank you Nana for finally figuring out how this menu works. 'Cause man, this menu confusing. It was a NES game, yeah. Okay, I equipped the frying pan. Why am I still doing, like, no damage?
Can I
get a waffle?
Can I
Please get a waffle. Because she's a special attacker. Okay. But, like, Lioness has noodle arms, and now look at him. He's one of my best attackers. That's what I gotta say about that. That's okay. Why would... Oh, he's a robot, I guess. I was like, why would a robot have a PK beam? But it's not a psychic thing. He's a robot. God, Tessix got me thinking about waffles. Man, now I want waffles. I had a waffle for dinner? Really? Nana, we should have waffles for dinner. I think that would be delicious. Your side powers didn't show up until the aliens came. You're right. At least self-aware robots can have minds and thus use psychic powers, right? Maybe, yeah. Coming to New Jersey, our diners have the best waffles. I believe it, dude. The implication being that aliens that built the robots can also use those powers. I went the wrong way. I don't know, I was just following. I always go left first. You should know that about me. The only things we do right, waffles and pork roll. Oh, I love a good pork roll. Well, no, I need to go this way, right? I need to keep going north. Is that correct? I'm exploring. Oh, there's more of the town? Okay. Oh, there's more town to the south. I only went north. No, I genuinely want to go through more plot. Like, my goal was to get Lucy to level 10. And we did that. But now I'm just kind of getting a little... Don't you do that. That's my daughter, Lucy. She's my daughter now. My daughter, not Chorley's daughter. Boop, boop. Now that's what I'm talking about. Okay. I guess we'll just follow the road. Except we're just getting demolished by cougars. Or I guess we're doing the demolishing? I don't know. I would like to get to some more plot tonight, besides finding the dentures for our delightful old man. We still have an hour, so... You'll never find plot without a guide? Yeah. Because it just said that there's... Mainly because you don't like to use hotels. There's plot in the hotels? I just don't want to spend money on a place to sleep. Damn. I'll keep that in mind next time we go out somewhere. What? No, I don't want to spend money to sleep in this game. Oh, you don't want to spend money on a place to sleep? I mean, we don't normally go on trips, so... Ooh, here we go! Spokane Downtown West. Spokane Resident East. Haunted Hotel? I mean, Haunted Hospital? Just an empty hotel besides that one guy who I think is actually practicing. Wait, can you actually walk into the hotel without paying? Like, can you visit the rooms? Like the way I just walked up those stairs? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. The plot is behind a paywall. Rude! You know how I feel. Stop beating up Lucy. She's special. I'm out of water. I was saving my money for important things like weapons. Ooh, my input was lagging there a little bit. Is this gonna be... Ugh. That's a lot. Don't care that much. Okay. Let's go south. I think there was some luck that way. Jamie! She is my friend, I said Jamie! A friend till the end, I said Jamie! Rhymes with end. I love you, Jamie. How you doing? I saw you were having fun doing something with a friend on Snapchat today or something. Oh, there's the hotel. Okay. I think this person's dead. Welcome. Sure? Ha. You just went to work. There's a star, man! Yeah, so the little triangle and the lines underneath it is on Papyrus's shirt. Be careful here. Friend to the end, baby! So I did a thing where I went down to YouTube rabbit hole watching a video essay on a grotesque movie, and oof, I shouldn't have done that. Well, luckily, you came here for warmth and encouragement. This is me hugging you. You also just watched me beat this Starman in one smart go. I decided, you know, Lucy's weak. I'm gonna protect her. I got lots of PP, and she has not a lot of health. I came here to forget about that film. Awesome! We were talking about Panda Express earlier, if you have any input on Panda Express. We were talking about bubble tea a little bit. Okay, is there plot here? What's some wholesome things we can talk about? Plushies. I like plushies. This makes me wonder what I've forgotten or missed in hotels. But I am going to the wiki later, so... Now what? The Starman was the plot? Okay. Let's go east, kids. I also really, really want this one pin too. Tell me about your pin. I bought a pin today. Okay, you have a blue shirt, but I'm gonna talk to you anyway and then step away. That way I don't get a cold, but I wanted to see what you said, just in case you had some lore. I just feel like everyone... It's called a gut. It's called a gut wrencher. Gut wrencher. There's a child up on this cliff. What? Not everybody with a blue shirt has the cold?
A child.
Gut wrencher. What did I say? Tell the postman who seeks the forwarding address that the Rosemarys have moved far away. La 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 la. What did I say? I said avoid people with the cold. I said gunt. Retcher. I can't talk! Gut. Wrencher. I can't talk! I talked about this with my therapist today, that I just can't say words.
I don't like the little Rosemary girl.
Well, the Rosemarys have moved far away, so it's okay. Tell me about... Okay. That lady just phased through me. The streets are filled with monsters. The people have run away. Gut wrencher. A ghost appeared at my house too, but he didn't stay long. He thought my room was too small. And get a bigger room. Oh, everyone here has blue shirts. Okay, so we're probably okay here. The owner of the ghost house were the Rosemarys. I'm gonna assume it's a spooky looking house. I'm the Jolly Postman, la la la. Have you heard the Rosemary's new address? La la la. Yes? And one you don't want to talk to. Do we have a cold? Okay. I feel like I will know. Probably this guy. Have you heard that they're... That's the wrong form of there! There's there. This cop has blue hair and brown. $200! Jamie, I love you, but no. What if Jamie got a tattoo of a pin? Wouldn't that be iconic? Like with the little pin backing and everything? Yes. I heard a spooky tale about that vacant house. They say that the piano still plays a haunting melody. Okay. Nice, dude. Okay, there was an area down this way that I missed out on. I don't think I could justify spending $200 on a pen.
Oh, you're such a charming boy. Just looking at you makes me feel so confident. I'm sure you bring that house into control. Here's the key to it.
Thank you. And this is a guy with a pipe. Oh no, that's just a mustache. My house is filled with monsters and mostly ghosts. That's why we live in the life in the great outdoors now. I got the key. Now I just gotta find the house. Cool hat.
I'm the only clown in Spokane. Everyone else is so serious. The truth is, by nature, I'm not a jolly guy.
What happens if I say no? Is that alright? I may be the true pessimist myself. Okay. Not much change there. I'm gonna assume the house is to the north. Ah, a sign! It is a bear, not a sign. I don't like that. Let's do this normally. Where I beat the shit with the bear, beat the shit out of the bear with a boomerang, and then shoot the bear with a plasma beam. Or, you know, one-shot the bear if I do it correctly. I don't know. Maybe we don't need... Oh. Private property. Sign the Rosemaries. Okay. Kids, do not actually beat the shit out of a bear. That's a one-way ticket to dying. This has been a Bulba Boy PSA. Wow, It doesn't matter. I mean, if you one-hit KO a bear, it doesn't matter. If you're on the right way. Yeah. The other way was blocked off by trees. Okay, that's okay. Wow! That was kind of rude. Okay. Beep boop. Beep boop. So, like, why is Lucy attacking before Lioness? Just a weird question. Even though Lioness is first? Does she have a higher... Is speed actually a stat? I'm curious. Speed's a stat in this game? Yes, it is! Oh! So Lioness is like really slow. Maybe he's scared that if he runs, he'll trip and fall and shatter his bones. Not what I want. Or maybe he's just slower. Maybe he's like one of those like super hunched nerds. I'm gonna shock this bear's brain. Bear lost all senses. Wait, like logic or like okay. I was picturing like the bear was like suspended in a state where its sight, hearing, taste, and touch and smell went away. So this bear is just like floating there in a state of like, oh! Yeah, good job on Lucy. I'm just trying to imagine this bear without any physical senses whatsoever. Need to head to bed, buddy. Another long day tomorrow, but then I can luckily leave on Friday and have the whole weekend off. You deserve it, Tastic. I love and appreciate you, even if you weren't active. You came here to say hi and make sure that I was okay, even when you didn't have the energy to do so. And I still love and appreciate you for it. Oh my god. Well, I appreciate you, buddy, and I hope that you get some good sleep. That's my friend Tastic. He's a cool guy. Lucy's kind of OP now. Now that she actually has pee-pee? These people have a long way to get to their house. I'm gonna suspend my... This is a ridiculous mansion. Ghost key! What happens if I eat the ghost keys? Is this like the place we were last week, the factory that was just impossible to get through? Wait a minute. Okay, never mind. I thought I had a cold.
I'm just an ordinary mouse. The room with the piano. Hee hee hee.
All you really need in here is the piano. Okay. I'm here to party. Not with 3 of them, though. It just struck me that Bullet Bills probably had arms since the beginning, but I always interpreted their sprites' white arms as gritted teeth. Probably because Bonsai Bill does just have teeth. I thought they had teeth too! Alarm ghost? Alright. We're gonna... No. Wait. You can't use physical moves on a ghost? So I'm going to... hypnotize this ghost. Shoot it with a laser. I don't know. Maybe this will work. Help! Okay. Either way, we fought zombies before. They're not that hard. The zombies started laughing. Oh. Charlie is so confused. Charlie's... I don't like that. I don't like that at all. There we go. Those weren't zombies. Those were almost zombies. So these are actual zombies. Okay. Good for Lioness. Look at him go. He's beefed. By the time we get a new friend, they're gonna pale in comparison. Dust Ball! Oh, you're cute. Just grins and bears it. Imagine some kids beating the shit out of a dust ball. Okay, you're just like the tree. We don't want to attack you. Yeah, we don't want to fight those, apparently. Ooh, just like Dark Souls. I'm kidding. Um... This is exciting. I heard the phrase knife. Several bosses are just suits of armor. So I am not exaggerating. Jill hates me, and it makes me laugh. Okay, that's not bad. Dark Souls did not invent that concept. How do you know? I'm just gonna be out here pissing people off. Okay. Let's give some weed to Lucy. We're good. Jill hates Dark Souls with a passion. You'll never make it! Are these Mario stairs? I think these are Mario stairs. I'm sure these are Mario stairs. They're not Mario stairs? Okay. I just have a feeling, but whatever. You're darn right I do. So if I stream it, you won't watch me play it? Even though you love me? You love me, right? I froze a ghost. Cool. I like the freeze sound. That's really nice. I mean, I've stated I wouldn't be able to watch you play Stardew, but that's not a game I actually hate. Yeah. Like me and, I'm not doing 2 armors. Like me and Kingdom Hearts. I can watch people play it, but, like, I don't particularly want to. I feel like I'm going a very wrong way. I'm just going through the top doors only. Okay, we don't like Dust Ball. Okay. Top doors is not the way to go. No.
Wah.
What? I kinda hate it here. This place is confusing as hell. No, I'll be fine. I'll figure it out. I figured out the factory by myself. Oops. Hi Brody, hello. But for games I just hate for no traumatic reason, it's the Old Republic and Fallout New Vegas. Latter was just ruined for me by fandom. Former I thought it was a crap sequel that the fandom also made worse. Didn't play enough Dark Souls to have... Whoa. was offensive. More of an opinion. And that's understandable. But yeah, I figured out the confusing factory by myself. I could figure this out by myself too. Turn back. I found the piano! I don't need your walkthrough, Nana. There was a Life Up cream. Genshin Impact and Elden Ring are games I'm sick of hearing about, but I don't actually hate them. I don't understand Genshin. Someone I mod for plays a lot of Genshin, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Okay, let's... Let's weed up some Lucy. Let's say, yeah, let's weed everybody. And let, Sidestone. Weed up. Linus. Does anyone here drink tea? Nana drinks tea. Okay. And for paranoia's sake, let's create a suspend point. Except I didn't. I also didn't need to heal the kids, but whatever. We're gonna have to fight our way out of here. Oh, you're cute. You're serving a gender. I'm gonna have to fight my way out of here. I'm not upset about it, but... I healed my kids, so... I don't think you have a brain. From now on, I'm actually gonna remember to put bread down. When did my laser break? No! I gotta buy a new laser! Oh man, I'm stupid. Oh well. Oh boy. My hubris. Not my hubris. Okay, I don't want to fight you. My stupid hubris. Now I wish I didn't create that suspend point. Okay, this will be fine. Hello! Or, 1234W. Welcome on in. How are you doing today? Hope that you're having a great day. And thank you for the follow. What brings you in? I like making friends. We're just playing some Earthbound beginnings, and I am stuck in this haunted mansion. I didn't put down breadcrumbs. Oh, I don't like that. But that's okay. No, Lucy's leveling up at least. Okay. Let's fight our way out of here. Oh no, not a bat! Oh boy. I don't want a bat doing that much damage. Goodness, goodness. Okay. Bionic Bat is thinking about the circumstances. Why is that funny to me? Just a bad thinking about the circumstances. Oh, you hydrated me. I'm so sorry I didn't notice. I'm out of water. But that's okay. How you doing, Brody? Gotta check in with you. Make sure that you're doing okay. Lucy's just rocking it today. Not you. I know I said that Lioness was our MVP, but I'm changing my mind. Lucy was literally level 1 today, and now she's level 12, and that's pretty awesome. Okay. I'm okay, my dad told me I wasn't being ladylike earlier, and he said it jokingly. I had to correct him. That's something I heard a lot growing up, too. Drives me nuts. Like, who cares? He knows I'm not a girl, but he won't stop. It will be like that a while. I don't want it to be that way for you. But I am warning you, it will be like that for a while. Tell your dad to lead by example! Oh, that's brilliant. That is the perfect comeback. Thank you, Orville. I don't want 2 suits of armor. That's just not in my cards right now. I'm trying to get the frick out of here. Also, like, he won't ever change. I just won't talk to him anymore when I move out. Easy. Oh, no, you're good. You can talk about whatever you want. As long as it's within a measure of appropriateness. Right now we're dunking on him, which is funny. Dunking on boobers is fun. Boomers is fun. And I will gladly dunk on a boomer any day. Boobers. You gotta spell it with a Z. Boobers. Oh, yikes. We gotta get out of here, man! Boobers. Oh, with a Z in the beginning. Like some kind of ironic username. I don't think I like it in here. Oh, zoink, Scoob! Hey, look for Lucy. There, once again. Lucy's being MVP. Okay. I wish that I had another life up. That'd be so helpful. Life up is best when you're using it on your friends. Also, I like when Orby talks shit about my parents. It's cool. Oh, it's out of character for him? Nah. Orby seems like the kind of guy who would talk shit. He's big anti-transphobe, so we love that. Yeah, exactly. We gotta keep Orville around forever. We own him now. He is the stream. And you're protective of your besties. Exactly. That's the point of the server. It's everybody who will protect everybody else. We're all just perpetually each other's dad friend. If I could, I would make everyone's doctor's appointments for them, but I can't make my own. No, sir. I hate making doctor's appointments for myself. I need to see if I can find that one comment, I think on DeviantArt, that was just shut up transphobe. Yeah! Brilliant. Simply brilliant. Okay, we're almost out of here. I'm gonna start using breadcrumbs. Hee-hoo, funny. I'm literally almost out of here, just let me out, dude. Okay, cool. So now let's get down the mountain. Merry Christmas from Brody and Among Us friends. Among Us. Brody, did you like that giant Amogus I sent you? I think it was pretty nifty. I'm not feeling 4 of them. The what? My memory is dead. Let me check. In the meme chat, I showed you the giant Among Us fidget popper. That was like 80 bucks. That thing was wild. The entire mall is just full of fake Among Us toys. Yeah, the giant gay amogus. Yay! We made it to town. Okay. Need something amogus. I don't have anything yet. Sorry, I forgot how to respond. Spoons. My spoon's too low. That's okay. Okay. Well, we're out of there now. Is Nana dead? Yes. I've renamed my son Charlie after you. Okay.
Hi there, my name is Charlie. I used to be Bugger.
Bugger. Very clever. Okay. Neat. I have stuff now. I love having stuff. The little Rosemary girl? They just have a sign. I'm assuming these are the Rosemarys right here. Yucca Desert? We haven't even unlocked that on the map. Huh. I don't even know which way Yucca Desert is. Cause like we're trying to get to Youngtown, but the tracks are broken. So let's go back to the hotel and then save there. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Doing some fighting all around town. Boop. And then we can also figure out how to acquire another laser beam. What if the... bear had glasses? That'd be cute. Oh wait, I can't heal here, can I? You bought the plasma gun from the scientist in Marysville. That's a long ways away. We can just save here. And then figure out how to, get back. I'll probably just, you know what? I can just magic... We start every stream in the Magi-cant, so we can use the Onyx hook to get out of here. And then get to Marysville from there, so that sounds good to me. We'll do our tradition of Magi-cant in the beginning, so... Sounds cool to me. And since we have like 8 minutes of stream left, allow me to hydrate first. I mean, it doesn't always have to be exactly a half hour, but, you know, let's listen to the fun music while I ponder who to raid and whatnot. If anyone has any suggestions, I know a couple people. Couple new friends, couple old friends. Like our new friend, Short Kate, or such. Or Prius, or 6'1" girl, or JJ Abrams, or whomever. If anyone's got anyone new that they want to hang out with. Like to make friends. Oh. I think Nana has some tea to dish first. Which is your tea that you need to dish? DJ bedrooms? Nah? Okay. Okay. Then let's raid. Let's see. There's someone here who's sitting at 0 viewers. Let's see if she's actually playing and didn't accidentally leave herself live. That is my fear. Oh, she literally started 3 minutes ago. Okay. Let's give a new friend some love. We raided into her last week. It was Strawberry Shortcake. She's playing she's playing an Undertale, and since we're playing the predecessor of Undertale, let's keep up this similar RPG energy. She looks like she's almost done with the game too, so see you, Orville. And I will see you guys tomorrow with some of our yellow Pokemon only. Thank you, Ben, for hanging out the whole time. I love and appreciate you. The fact that you were the first person in chat legitimately made my night. Like, I saw you sitting in stream and I was like, oh my god, what a nice guy. So that made me super happy. Good night. Alright, say bye. Say hi to Strawberry Shortcake, and bye to me. And I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you didn't hear it yet, I love you. Bye.